In 1932, Australia declared war, not on another country, not on an army, on birds. And somehow, the birds won. After World War I, many Australian veterans became farmers. The government gave them land to grow wheat in Western Australia. Everything seemed to be going well, until thousands of giant birds arrived. Those birds were emus. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, they migrated across the countryside in huge flocks, and they loved wheat fields. Around 20,000 emus swept through farms. They ate crops, trampled fences, and created openings for rabbits to destroy even more farmland. Farmers were desperate. The farmers asked the government for help. Instead of building better fences, the government made a surprising decision. It sent the military. 2 soldiers arrived, bringing 2 Lewis machine guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. The mission sounded simple. Find the emus, eliminate them. The first attack didn't go as planned. The soldiers waited for hundreds of birds to gather, then opened fire. The emus scattered in every direction. Only a handful were hit. The birds weren't charging the soldiers, they simply ran. Fast, very fast, breaking into small groups that were much harder to target. The military tried a new strategy. They mounted a machine gun on the back of a truck, hoping to chase the birds across the field. It was a disaster. The truck bounced over rough ground. The gunner couldn't aim. The emus easily outran the vehicle. Days passed. Thousands of bullets had been fired. Yet only a small fraction of the emus had been killed. Newspapers began making jokes. One reporter wrote that if the emus had their own military division, it would be unbeatable. The public laughed, the government didn't. Facing criticism, the operation was paused, but farmers were still struggling, so the military returned for another attempt. Even after weeks of effort, the campaign failed to stop the emus. The birds continued roaming the countryside. The soldiers eventually withdrew. In the end, Australia had fired thousands of rounds, spent valuable time and resources, and failed to solve the problem. The government later relied more on practical solutions, including stronger fencing and bounty programs, rather than military action. Today, the Emu War is remembered less as a real war and more as one of history's strangest and most humorous government operations. An army, machine guns, thousands of bullets against birds, and nearly a century later, the Emu War remains one of the most unbelievable true stories ever told. Follow for more unbelievable true stories from history.